Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Ryan and Meghan Show.
Hey everyone.
We've got our special HO preview show here today.
We're super excited to finally be able to bring back some HO product for you in this new release. Excited to go through every page with y'all.
Yeah, so we'll pull the catalog up here, and you got that there. All right, and we'll get started. Meghan, since this is your baby, I'm going to let you run with things here. I'll skip through the boilerplate, and we'll get right into some new sets.
All right, I think the big news out of this catalog this go around is we have newly tooled freight cars, which means that we can have newly built freight sets. Well, we don't have a new engine this go around. We do have some really fun and beautiful paint schemes that we're going to be running with the newly tooled freight cars. I just wanted to quickly give you an overview of what kind of freight cars we have this go round. We are tooling up a new boxcar, reefer, flat car, and work caboose, as well as a gondola, which you'll see on another page. Kicking it off, we have a really fun and beautiful paint scheme for the daylight. While not prototypical, the bright colors really lend itself well to a fun freight set when you're just starting out. And again, poolings, a reefer, a boxcar, and the fun What If Southern Pacific work caboose, I think is just a great starting out set for anyone who just loves bright colors and fun freight. Also, we have the NKP set, nickel plate set here with, again, a boxcar, gondola, reefer car, and work caboose. Again, really nice to hit all areas of the country when doing some freight here so that everyone can choose their favorite. These all, of course, have our Bluetooth capability. They have DCC on board, able to be upgraded to whatever DCC that you'd like. You get a full set of track along with it and the remote control. These can also be run with our Lion Chief app.
Yeah, so one of the nice things about the HO sets that we've put out so far is that they really do work well for a beginner who's sort of first time into the hobby, which is where we've targeted a lot of this, but also for those who are with the hobby for a little while or stepping up to something a little bit more advanced, you have some great options there as well. So as Meghan mentioned, the locomotives can be controlled with your existing DCC system if you already have a digital command control system on your layout. You can run them conventionally with a DC power pack. Or you can use the Lion Chief system in here as well, either with the remote that's included or with the free downloadable app. I've taken some of our sets to train shows and put them on the layout there and rerun them during the show with other DCC equipped engines just fine. It's also fun sometimes if you're running one of the holiday trains to give the train, play with the kids at the show, use the voice control feature to have them tell the train to go or stop and let them run the train without having to hand them a physical controller. So it really gives you a lot of fun options with that for the set. And they're completely compatible with all other brands of HO trains if you have an existing layout or are looking to expand and interact with other equipment. The other thing that we do that I think is really important to note is while we want these to be trains that are beginner friendly, we also know that the biggest frustration getting started in the hobby is dealing with things like cars derailing or cars coming uncoupled. And so all of our rolling stock in these sets, and that you'll see here separate sale, has metal wheel sets and metal operating knuckle couplers. So you don't need to replace the wheels down the road or anything like that. You've got a nice value there in the frame and good to go. All the rolling stock is newly tooled from prototypical designs. We've got a mix of cars here starting this off. We do have some 3D printed samples, which maybe we can pull up and show you on the up close cam here in a little bit. We'll hit them when we get to the separate sale rolling stock, so we can talk more about them. But really great value and a set that you can easily build on and expand upon if you're just getting started in the hobby, or if you've been in there for a while and just want to add to your existing layout.
Absolutely. All right. Moving on the next page here, these are just a re-show of passenger sets that we have available now. With the addition of a New York Central flat car. If you've already got modeling New York Central, this is a great add-on for anyone to add to existing items. Really excited to talk about the Polar Express, the new items here. This is the first time in a long time for us to add, again, some new rolling stock and to add some new licensed rolling stock to the theme here. And the Polar Express is just a no-brainer. I think that our graphics are second to none, especially when it comes to our boxcars, to have that full movie print on both sides, scenes from the actual Polar Express movie. Each side has its own unique deco. I expect that you will start to see more additional Polar Express licensed items in this line, and having the movie box car and the reefer as the first two in just a series of box cars to come, I think is really exciting for those of you who model Polar Express, already have the passenger set, and want to start adding some additional freight cars on.
Yes. And of course, I think in the not too distant future, you'll probably see some more passenger car options for the Polar set as well. And of course, our goal now that since we're talking Polar Express and Christmas in this catalog, it's probably a good time to mention that while we don't have a delivery schedule just yet, our intention is that everything that you see in this catalog that's new should be in your hands by the end of this year.
Absolutely. We'll be pushing very hard. We've been, working on these behind the scenes for quite some time now, and ready to share it with the world and get it in everyone's hands as soon as we possibly can.
Yeah. All right. Now I like this set.
This set came out beautifully. This is the Comet, a new Christmas set, a new Christmas freight set for us, while we've done passenger sets in the past. This is really classy, deep, rich Christmas colors here with the beautiful Comet icons, having the Jingle Bells car. Each car, it's Christmas themed, so you have fun with it. So the reefer car is carrying carrots for the reindeer. The box car is carrying additional jingle bells, and having the work caboose on there really caps it off. And again, I think this is going to be a scheme that you're going to see additional pieces come later. Of course, it'll have your Christmas sounds in it, and be able to go back with other Christmas items.
And then we also have our annual Christmas boxcar. This is the second time we've offered a Christmas boxcar in HO. So if you haven't started that tradition yet, it's one of the biggest collecting traditions I think we have in the O gauge world and the S gauge world with our product. So start your collection now and pretty much have get in on the ground floor with this, because it's usually one of the best sellers in the catalog from a product number production run perspective. So actually really excited to see those coming back and keep that collection going. And as we go forward, it will match what we do in the larger scales as well.
Absolutely. And again, because it's dated, this is a one and done, so it makes it a truly collectible piece to have year over year. North Pole Central lines. Again, this passenger set is one that we have in stock and available now for shipment, but we've added 2 additional pieces of rolling stock to kind of go back with it, or go back with any Christmas layout. Something that we did popular in the O gauge line that will carry over into the HO line is the Deer Dash items. These were well received. We think it's kind of a unique pun and a fun way to celebrate Christmas with the Deer Dash delivery. And then just a really cool traditional Christmas work caboose with the fun candy cane striping on the sides of it. Christmas cheer. Again, this is a previously offered set, but still available and in stock. And a Cookies for Santa Christmas reefer car with the Christmas Kringles cookies on it. Highly decoed, beautiful, unique coloring on there. Got the bright Christmas colors there. Again, for anyone already modeling Christmas and having their Christmas layout up, this is going to be a fun piece to add. All right, moving into the separate sale world here, kicking it off with our box cars.
Why don't you chat box cars, and I'll get the little mobile cam here set up, and we'll take a closer look at one of these cars.
Okay, as you can see here, what Ryan's showing here is a 3D printed sample of our newly tooled car here. These box cars will have the ability to have 3 different doors. These doors do open on them. And again, you've got your working knuckle couplers, all again meeting the NMRA standards here. Introducing separate sale on the line first, we have a civil defense car with the Alert America scheme on it. I think that one's going to be a carryover theme that you'll see on items for years to come with the red, white, and blue on it. We have the traditional Pennsylvania, the Reading, Southern Pacific, and Lackawanna Phoebe Snow boxcar as well.
All right. So put over the flat car there.
Moving on to the flat cars again. Well, these 3D printed samples don't really do justice because they're white. The detail on these is second to none. It's got a beautiful decking on the front or on the top of it, and really nice detail work. For the flat cars, we're going to again be bringing the Southern Pacific, an MOW, a Union Pacific in that baby blue color that I'm such a fan of, as well as the Bethlehem Steel. And I can't see because my eyes are poor.
Pennsylvania
Flat car as
well.
Way scheme there. And the maintenance of way scheme. All right, moving on to the reefers, and I think probably the one that I had most fun coming up with schemes for. Again, sticking with that USA America theme, we have the American Quality Pie reefer from Sea to Shining Sea. Again, if you're modeling 4th of July or Americana, the red, white, and blue schemes, I think, just come out so sharply here. We also have, in the traditional sense, the Fruit Growers Express, Santa Fe, the American Refrigerator, an additional Great Northern, the Pacific Fruit Express, and then I'm going to make it a habit to bring the Halloween anywhere that I possibly can. So we also did a fun Halloween Salem Cider Works car. Don't expect this to be the only Halloween item that you see from me in the future.
Absolutely. And yes, so hopefully you're seeing a little bit of the detail from these close-up shots. We have made an effort to really scale down molded in details so that you have a nice scale look without the delicate nature of everything being individually applied. So these definitely do not look like the rolling stock that was tooled 50 years ago.
Correct.
By Lionel. Last but not least.
Last but not least here, we have the work caboose, again, in a wonderful Americana theme with the USA 1776 work caboose here. Again, the red, white, and blue, the amazing deco work that you've come to know and love from Lionel. We don't skimp on detail when it comes to our deco work. I think they come out beautifully. We have the bright, can't miss it, Norfolk Southern, work caboose here
the orange.
with the very bright orange, Bethlehem Steel, the Pennsylvania, and Southern Pacific. Again, that Southern Pacific work caboose is the same one featured in the set, but it came out so well that we figured if you're not really, wanting to buy a set at this time, this work caboose just came out so beautifully that you would want another one.
All right, some more of our licensed product.
Yeah, again, super excited now to be able to start offering some licensed product in the HO line. And what better license to bring in addition to Polar Express, but Anheuser-Busch. These are a collector's dream. This is something that people are going to want to build upon year over year over year. Definitely something that we've seen in our oak age world. But who doesn't love the Budweiser Clydesdales? So we've got the Clydesdale Reefer, as well as my favorite, the Military Heritage boxcar in the olive drab color. This car is based off of a can that Anheuser-Busch did in the 1940s for those who served that were sent specifically over to those during World War II. They re-released that can back in 2021 in limited run, and now we get to honor it with the great deco scheme on the reefer here.
Yeah, I think this is really cool. And billboard reefers are sort of a hobby within the hobby. And a lot of people love them, whether they're prototypical or not, whether they're beer cars or meat cars or vegetable cars or wherever they are. The billboard reefer has a following all of its own. And so I think these will be a big hit for those who have trains of these. The backstory behind the Military Heritage car is a really neat one. And so I'm sure I'll be picking one of those up just for that, just because it's a neat little piece of history to add in there.
Yeah, it came out beautifully, and I can't wait to see it come to life and see it on people's layouts here.
And then we also have some great Anheuser-Busch themed building kits. And you've probably seen these, if you've been following our HO line, you've seen these once before. These were first cataloged a couple of years ago. These are in stock now. One of the things we wanted to do, though, was to reintroduce these kits to folks. And a lot of us here around the office spent some time building each one up over the last couple of months, putting a nice finish on them and reskinning them a little bit to bring them back into the catalog so people could appreciate really all the fine level of detail that is in there. And one of the really neat features about seeing this catalog online, if you go to Lionel.com to view the catalog, is that you'll see a click to view beside each of the building kits in here that will allow you to see a full 360-degree video view of each of these buildings, so that you can appreciate them from all angles and see a lot more than we can possibly do them justice for just in a single image. Megan, do you have one of those videos pulled up on the thing? We can flip it over here. I think we've got the Budweiser brewery here.
You're going to see a really nice 360 video here. And again, all of our kits that we've redone or modeled up for you, you can click to view on the digital version of the catalog. What's really nice about this is that it shows you the potential with just a few basic modeling skills, not even anything additional. You can really turn this into something special to add to your layout. I think what's really great and something that we've attempted to do is with Ryan's Workbench Wednesdays, he goes through, on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, different kinds of modeling techniques. And these are all basic modeling techniques that any beginner can utilize. Again, with just some added paint, some added scenery, you can really make these buildings into something special.
Yes, aside from paint, there is nothing that you see in these model kits, as you see them here in front of us, that is not included in the kit. We've taken them and assembled them with a little bit of glue and time and paint, put a little grass or road around them just to plant them in something, and that's all we really did, just to enhance it a little bit, to let you see all those fine details that sometimes get lost in the catalog. The brewery even includes this really nice interior. It does not come with a lighting kit, but you can very easily add one into this to make it something special. And since you already spun it around, I won't make everybody dizzy and sick with me and my jerky hand holding, but really nice kit. Take a couple hours and build one of these. I would say on average, the kits that we have here, we probably spend about 10 hours a piece on average to fully detail them, depending on how crazy we got. So really easy to do, and anybody can do it.
Yeah, I think no matter what level, and by all means, I am a beginner model. My first hand at decorating any of these kits was here at Lionel. I did an O gauge one first, and then moved on to the HO kits and did a couple that you'll see here. The instructions were easy to follow. I didn't need really much additional besides some glue and some cutting tools and a little bit of paint that I purchased off of Amazon, to tell you the honest truth. But really easy to get into, and no matter what level you add to it, you certainly can make it your own and turn your layout into, again, something really special.
Yeah. The Anheuser-Busch Beer Garden, very cool kit. This one's one of my favorites. It is detailed right down to the beer mugs and beer bottles on the tables, and you can have a lot of fun detailing this. Again, it's just crying out as a scene for figures and more detail and more scenery to be added, and you could easily spend several more hours detailing this. But there's over 400 pieces, I think, in this kit altogether.
There's quite a bit of pieces in here. Again, this one might be one that's going to take a little additional time and love, but from a building standpoint, totally worth it for the finished product. I mean, totally came out beautifully, and you did a great job on putting this together. And again, being able to make it your own and really make it pop is the best thing to it.
Credit goes to our friend Chuck on building this one.
That's right.
This was Chuck's baby, because he said, give me a challenging one. So we did. And then he had good words to say to me about it. But I think he enjoyed building it overall.
Absolutely.
He's happy to go back to O gauge after building this one, but really a fun kit. And I think what's nice about this is you could modify this to fit any sort of odd little space you have on your layout. If you get some weird corner that doesn't fit anything else, put a little outdoor garden in there.
And out of the box too, there's no additional supplies or paint needed. So out of the box, it really does come in that bright AB and Budweiser red there. So if you didn't want to do anything additional to it out of the box, it still comes out beautifully as well.
Why the distribution center here? This one's a little bit bigger.
This is a hefty guy here. The Anheuser-Busch distribution kit here. Again, lots of detail, a lot of pieces, but a relatively easy build with, you know, a lot of fun detail. And what makes it great and unique is the wonderful imagery that AB and Budweiser allowed us to use on this building to really make it scream AB.
And this one comes with different sets of doors, so you can model them open or closed. And it is just crying out to have a nice interior put inside of it.
Absolutely.
Some lighting, so really fun build.
All right. As we continue to show off these great kits here, I'm going to pull in. I kind of want to show you what a kit looks like straight out of the box, and then show you what just a couple hours of additions can do for it. So this is an out of the box Cape Cod building kit. And what we've done here, and again, this is a 2-pack. When you get the Cape Cod, you get 2 houses inside of it. But with just a little bit of paint and some added scenery details, makes this really pop. This is one of the kits that I built, so I can tell you from a beginner standpoint, this was really easy to put together.
Very cool. And then we just did this one up in a snow scene just to make it a little bit different and fit the winter vibe. This would look great on a Christmas layout.
Would look great on a Christmas layout for sure. Also want to pull, let's see here. Also have the hot dog shop, again, really easy, basic beginner kit with just a few added touches of paint. Really makes it pop.
All the signs and everything you need to build this are included, but this is one that could very easily be changed to almost any sort of small business, yard office, you name it. Just change the signs out a little bit. A lot of great kit bashing potential in this one.
Yes.
We have next year in the catalog the freight station.
Freight station. I'm so scared I'm going to drop it. Let's see here. There we go.
This was a fun one to build. A lot of detail packed into here. You do have the opening doors as well on this. If you want to position them different ways, or leave them sliding. Really neat from both sides. We did some of this work on a workbench Wednesday previously, so if you want to go back and look at some of the build techniques on this one.
Yeah, absolutely. I cannot stress enough, like, go back to Lionel's YouTube page, all the Workbench Wednesdays that Ryan has done previously, and some even that I've been on, detailing different techniques, are such a wonderful utility to teach you how to do all of these fun and easy techniques to enhance your kits.
All right. Now, we've got our building on fire here, and this is one you really have to see to appreciate. Inside the unit, hopefully you're seeing down in here live. Looks like I'm getting a little bit of buffering on there. Inside here we have a smoke and light unit. The smoke unit includes 2 of our O-gauge smoke units. So this is basically the equivalent of an O-gauge steam locomotive, a no-scale steam locomotive with whistle steam cranking at full capacity. You've got a low and high setting on that. So all we have to do is flip that switch, put the roof back on here, and give it a second or 2, and we'll start getting a great smoke effect out of this model.
Yeah, each kit comes with the smoke unit included. All you have to do is get some Lionel smoke fluid or any brand of smoke fluid that you want there to add to it to get it smoking up. As you can see, it is a heavy smoker once it gets going. So this is sure to impress people as they walk by. The flickering lights, again, adding that detail all over it really makes it stand out.
And because this is a kit, you can customize things a little bit.
Absolutely.
You can decide which windows you want to have broken out, which ones you want to have closed, where you want to position things inside for the best effect. If you have fire truck models and things like that, this one would be a great one to have set up as a scene with even more animation and fun around it.
Absolutely. Again, any additional smoke fluids that you want to purchase can be purchased through your Lionel dealer, Lionel store, all kinds of different scents available to, again, really delight people as they take a look at this.
Yes, we went unscented here today.
We did.
All right. Well, if you're going to have a building on fire, you probably want to have a fire department to go with it.
Absolutely.
We have the fire department here as well. Slide him out of the way. Fire department's another great kit. This includes the 2 fire trucks, which you can also build up. Model it with the doors open or closed, however you see fit. Some really great brick detail on here. This one's one of the more easy kits to build, honestly. The fire trucks are probably the most challenging part. But if you're a beginner, you should have no trouble putting one of these together.
I think you have to buy the pair. It's just absolutely. If you have one, you have to have the other. Adding to your scene, Ryan's showing off here. We also have the town hall. I really like this building. I like the unique detailing on it. And again, if you don't want it to be a town hall and you want to turn it into whatever building you want, again, completely customizable by just changing out a sign or 2.
Yeah, I mean, this could be a library, could be a school building, could be, any number of.
Whatever your heart desires, you can turn any of these kits into something different with just a little bit of imagination here.
Scratch build a nice steeple on there, make a nice church out of this
Absolutely.
one. All right. We have left. Oh, we've got the ice cream shop.
Ice cream shop. This is one of my favorites. This one here was decorated by our very own Steve Davis. I want to make sure that I show you what it looked like before and after. So you can see here, again, very nice, small, easy to put together building. Again, minimal amount of pieces, minimal amount of things that you have to put together. But with just a few simple coats of paint, it really turns it into something special. All the signage comes in there. You just stick it on. Again, really easy build there with easy to use instructions as well.
And go back and look at last year. Megan and I each built one of these in very different ways. You turned yours into a surf shop.
I did.
I turned mine into a used car dealer. So great little potential in these small kits to do whatever you want. Think outside the box. That's the fun part of this part of the hobby.
For sure. And what's really cool about these is these are all in stock now. So, get in touch with your dealers or go to Lionel's store. And again, then these will ship to you now.
All right, one more kit here.
Truck stop by the tracks. This truck stop kit is really cool. I feel like I've driven by this building a million times growing up in Ohio here. Again, can really turn it into whatever you want, but very fun, very easy kit to put together, and very easy decals as well to include with it.
Yeah, this was a great one. All right, I'm getting smoked out over here, so we're gonna let the turn off our smoke unit.
Awesome.
All right. Yeah.
All right. Finishing up on the HO catalog, just a reminder that we've got track and add-on pieces available. Call your dealer if you need any additional wheel sets or couplers. And again, if you have any additional parts or pieces that you're looking for, always contact our customer service team.
So we hope you enjoyed this quick look at the first release of HO for this year. We do hope to be coming back with you again with more HO product before the year is out. For those who are in the area, please come out and see us the first weekend in April 1st and 2nd, out in Denver at the TCA Rocky Mountain Division's train show there. It's always a good time. We'll have the HO product on display, as well as lots of other great new items from the past couple of catalogs, maybe even a few other new things to slide in there. So hopefully we'll get to see a lot of you in person at that show. And we look forward to talking with you and seeing you further down the line.
Thanks, everybody.